If you want little, you get little. If you want much, you get much. God will give you as much as you want. In fact, I want to say to you today, you have as much of God as you want of God. The only reason you don't have more of God because you don't desire more of God. They that hunger and thirst after righteousness shall be filled. So as much as they wanted, it never ran out. They only started out with 5 loaves and 2 fish, but the fish and the loaves continued to multiply as the demand increased. So when you are demanding something of God, understand this: you can never bankrupt God. That God is El Shaddai. He's the all-sufficient God. There is another song that God has for you to write. There's another song God has for you to sing. There's another book that God has you to write. There's another message that God has you to speak. There's another prophetic word that God wants to bring out of your mouth. There's always more for whatever you desire of God. Never feel like you can bankrupt God. There are always more people that God wants you to reach. So as much as you want from God, that's what will flow in your life. And as soon as you stop wanting and desiring God, then God will move on to somebody else and pour his spirit out to those that really have a hunger and a thirst of God. God is not trying to force you to eat. But God is looking for people that are hungry after him, that wants more of God. Even though God has already done so much in your life, you still know there's so much more that God can do in you and through you. Even though you have seen the signs and wonders and God has already provided for you, you already know in your spirit that's what keeps you fasting, that's what keeps you praying, that's what keeps you worshiping. That's what keeps you praising, because you realize you have not even tapped into the tip of the iceberg of what God has for your life. Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, nor has it entered into the heart of man those things that